Let go of my cousin, asshole.
It's not what you think. Is this necessary?
Captain America 4 is gearing up for an epic showdown with Hulk-related characters, almost like a sequel to The Incredible Hulk. Thanks to She-Hulk Attorney-at-Law, we finally saw the Hulk's legacy get some much-needed momentum, with plenty of Bruce Banner action and more development for Tim Roth's Abomination. Now, Captain America 4 is stepping in to do something just as exciting, bringing back a villain we haven't seen or even heard about in over 14 years. Tim Blake Nelson's Dr. Samuel Stearns had a small but crucial role in The Incredible Hulk, where he helped push Emil Blonsky into becoming Abomination. The last we saw of him, some of Banner's blood dripped into an open wound on Stearns' head, giving him that classic evil grin, but he's been completely off the radar since. Now, with Captain America 4 bringing back Nelson and possibly Abomination, it's a big deal as the MCU revisits its Phase 1 roots. Fans will definitely be curious about what Stearns has been up to during the decade and a half since his last appearance, but one thing's for sure, he's bound to be a tough challenge for Sam Wilson's Captain America. And if he manages to get Abomination back to his full-on raging evil self, that's going to make things even more intense. Emil Blonsky, aka Abomination, has had a really fascinating personality arc. He started out as a decorated Special Ops commander in the British Royal Marines, on loan to SOCOM. With years of combat experience under his belt, Blonsky was all about being on the battlefield. When asked why he didn't take a promotion, he made it clear he loved being a soldier and wanted to keep doing it for as long as possible. But as time caught up with him, Blonsky felt the sting of slowing down with age. He even admitted that if he could combine his experience with the physical condition he had 10 years earlier, he'd be a force he wouldn't want to face. This relentless drive to stay in the fight is what caught Thaddeus Ross's attention, leading him to offer Blonsky the chance to try the experimental super soldier serum replica, a deal Blonsky didn't hesitate to take. After his first run-in with the Hulk, Emil Blonsky became obsessed with taking down the Green Giant at any cost. This obsession drove him to inject more and more super soldier serum, which gradually eroded his sanity and humanity. When Blonsky learned that Samuel Stearns had gamma-irradiated blood samples, he became fixated on gaining the Hulk's power, even threatening Stearns and ignoring his warnings about the risks. Once he transformed into the Abomination, Blonsky embraced his monstrous new form and immediately became intoxicated by his own power. He went on a rampage through Harlem, killing soldiers just to show off his strength. When the Hulk finally appeared, Blonsky was thrilled, eager for another showdown to prove who was stronger. During their fight, he reveled in taunting and beating up the Hulk, showing a sadistic streak. At one point, he arrogantly told Bruce Banner he didn't deserve the Hulk's power. Blonsky's aggressive, arrogant behavior and his obsession with besting the Hulk seemed to stem from the super soldier serum, amplifying his already intense desire to be the ultimate fighter. Ruthless, savage, and borderline psychopathic, Emil Blonsky didn't seem to care about defeat or even death during his battle with Hulk in Harlem. His only goal was to become the strongest being in the world. Despite his reckless nature, he was also sharp, warning Ross that they'd need a fully prepped team because if Hulk showed up, a lot of their so-called tough guys would piss their pants. After his imprisonment at Damage Control and meeting his 7 soulmates through a pen pal program, Blonsky seemed to mellow out significantly. He joined the Golden Daggers Club as a tournament fighter, but still retained some of his old ferocity as the Abomination. This was evident during his fierce fight with Wong, where he unleashed the classic Abomination roar. Blonsky also developed an interest in money, agreeing to perform in an illegal show for intelligentsia despite it violating his parole. Interestingly, his relationship with Wong showed a softer side. Despite their rivalry, Blonsky was friendly with Wong after their match and even left with him through a sling ring portal. Since being incarcerated, Blonsky appears to have genuinely reformed. He's helped fellow prisoners by creating a literacy program, leading meditation and yoga sessions, and even advising a guard against entering a bad marriage. When Wong offered him a way out by taking him to Kamar-Taj, Blonsky chose to finish his sentence instead, showing a surprising level of accountability and growth. With the leader back in the mix, there's a real chance he could manipulate Blonsky and push him back into his old insane ways to carry out his schemes. Blonsky's reformation might make him more vulnerable to the leader's cunning, especially if his thirst for power or sense of purpose is reignited. It could be the perfect setup for the leader to use Blonsky as a pawn in his grand plans. Blonsky's powers and abilities as the Abomination make him a truly dangerous force, especially if the leader manipulates him. Even before his transformation, Blonsky was already a formidable fighter. After being injected with an imperfect super soldier serum, he gained physical capabilities on par with Captain America, despite being past his prime. However, the serum's flaws led to mental instability, increased aggression, and physical deformities, including a warped vertebral column. As a super soldier, Blonsky's strength was unmatched for someone of his stature. He could lift another man his size with one hand effortlessly. He also demonstrated incredible durability, surviving a blast from Stark's sonic cannons and even a devastating kick from Hulk that shattered his entire skeleton and launched him into a tree. Remarkably, Blonsky fully recovered from these injuries in under 24 hours thanks to his accelerated healing factor, which far surpassed even Steve Rogers' recovery abilities. Blonsky's speed and agility were also exceptional. He could outrun an entire army platoon and even gave Hulk trouble keeping up. His reflexes allowed him to dodge Hulk's attacks, and he was agile enough to leap over Hulk mid-fight while shooting him. Blonsky's endurance was equally impressive, as he could fight tirelessly compared to the soldiers who quickly fatigued. His cardiovascular system was described as machine-like, rivaling that of a racehorse. His regenerative healing factor was particularly advanced. He could recover from extensive injuries, such as having all his bones crushed within a single day. This made him a nearly unstoppable force, even before his transformation into the Abomination. With these abilities, the potential for the leader to exploit Blonsky's powers makes him an even greater threat, especially if his old aggression and instability resurface. Blonsky's transformation into the Abomination took his already incredible powers to a whole new level. After being infused with Bruce Banner's gamma-irradiated blood, combined with the super soldier serum in his system, Blonsky morphed into a massive Hulk-like creature. Unlike Banner, he maintained full control of his senses and could shift between his human and monstrous forms at will. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more updates on this and other exciting upcoming movies. Thanks so much for watching our video today, and we'll see you next time.